Hi, it's Marcus from Dadlands Gaming, and this is a follow-on from the vlog I did last month. It probably won't be exciting. I certainly won't be cutting any more holes in walls, but it's basically some things I wanted to do last month. I finally got some of the kit together, so have a watch and see what you think of it. I don't think many people will be surprised when I say everything is well organised. I've got myself a little list. You probably can't see it on there, but I've wrote myself a little list of exactly where all these connections and things like that are going. So it's all been planned. So well, I'll show you what I've bought. Like I say, I like this type of stuff. Most people probably won't. But I've got myself a little 10 point extension lead. You can stand it up like a little tower, or you can have it like so there's feet on it, you can like sit against the floor, so there's plenty of sockets for things, whereas these aren't really part of it. These just came in the same order. I've got a couple of extension cables for the Dreamcast and a couple of extension cables for the Atari ST and the Amiga. It just means when I'm doing stuff not so much on the CRTs but on the bigger screen there, I can sit in this sofa here and still play more comfortably. What else have I got? What have we got here? That is basically DisplayPort to HDMI converter, so I can use the Tarte screen as a second screen for the PC. And that is a USB-C to HDMI adapter, which should allow me to use the iMac on the 65-inch 4K TV, again as a second screen if I want to sit on the sofa and do a bit of editing and such like. Just makes it a bit more flexible, the whole setup, essentially. Another boring one, just something I need to get a while. It's a USB 3 wireless LAN card for the PC. I had this old one, which not very fast at all. And the PC Tommy gave me, it's a cracking PC, so I thought it was worth getting something a little bit quicker. And this is the main thing. I was looking. I had my iron on Amazon for about £230 and a lot of money. But this is basically a HDMI matrix switcher. This one is £130. It's I think it's American made, called, I can't even pronounce it. It's spelled O-R-E-I or A. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. It's quite a big thing. 4 in, 4 out, which is what I wanted. Because let me consult my little pad again here. The 4 in will be PS4, Xbox One. I've got a modded Xbox 360 and also the OSSC, which feeds. I can then put all of these retro stuff on the big screen if I chose to. Now this is the key part. The output. One of them's going to be the 65-inch 4K TV. One of them I'll be able to output to the Tarte TV. So then rather than messing about with USB cables, I can just flick a switch and display it whatever TV I want. And finally, capture card, which I've got this little capture card here, which it's a AVerMedia one, really good. I've had it for, got a couple of years ago now, so I've been waiting to incorporate that direct on the PC again, so I don't have to mess about swapping cables. Flick of a switch, I can output anything, be it retro or modern, straight to the capture card to record footage or even stream if I fancy doing that. But anyway, shall we have a look in this box, shall we? I've obviously opened it already, but I tell you what, it feels like a nice, heavy, decent bit of kit. I must admit, there's a bit of weight to it. It doesn't feel like a cheap little thing. Like I said, I did research, and these appear to be quite a good make, this one. So there you go. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it in the baggie. 4 in, 4 out. Nice little weight to that. That's going to sit underneath the little desk there, next to the Xbox One X that I use in here. And actually, it comes with an actual AC adapter and a relatively simple remote. I don't know whether I'll need this function, but it appears that matrix switch allows me to output at 1080p. I don't know why, because both the screens I'll be using are both 4K screens, so I don't think that's relevant, but it just says you can if you want. You can basically put a 4K input into it and output at 1080p, downscale it almost. And what else? Another thing of note, it's an 18 gigabit second matrix switch, which might not mean much to most people. I've been looking at this kind of thing though. With my setup downstairs in the living room, it's 120 Hz now. I've got a 120 Hz TV. The LG C1, which is really good, but you're going to need something at about 48 megabits a second for 128 stuff, whereas up here this should do all the 60 Hz 4K stuff on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. I don't think that will cause a problem at all, but anyway, it's something I considered. if you're looking to get something that does like a matrix switch that does like 2.1 HDMI, like 48 gigabits a second, it's going to be wildly more expensive than what I just spent there. So anyway, what I'll do now is I'll switch onto my little my phone, and we'll do a bit of footage of what it looks like when I'm setting the little bits and pieces up, shall we? It's all fun and games when you plan to do these jobs, but this is what it looks like at the moment. It's absolute hell on earth. See PCs out of there. Lots of cables. I'm going to sort that. The PS4 Pro and the PSVR in there as well. Obviously all the cables that go on. HDMI coming around here. All those power cables there. Absolute blooming nightmare. I have to try and make it relatively neat. It's going to be impossible to make it neat. You know, it's like, but at least it will be hidden behind the unit so you won't be able to see it. But yeah, that's just like hell on earth to me, that. But I'll just keep working away. Before you know it, I'll be finished. It looks like I haven't done much, but I'm trying to move all the HDMI cables that will go in the splitter just on top of the unit there, just so I can identify them easier. I need something to de-stress me. What do you think I should have? How about some beer? Yes, get in. So I can do this one-handed. I'm going to tip this all over the side, aren't I? Oh, nice. So it's Brewdog Arcade Made, back of the net. Let's see how this goes. I would normally tip the glass slightly so I don't get as much froth, but there you go, or a head. So I'm doing a shit job here, aren't I? Look at the clip of that. Go slow. Oh my god, that's horrific. Please don't critique me, I'm doing it one-handed. There we go. That will de-stress me slightly, I think. Down the hatch. There we go, my grog's settled now. That is nectar, that. Onwards and upwards. Right, I think I need another HDMI cable. Let's go and grab one off, shall we? See if there's something else I can try and do one-handed. Let's have a look. Right, so. This might be difficult one-handed. Let's have a look. There we go. Where's my little handle? And I'll be with two-handed as well. I'm being an absolute lunatic. Let's try this. This isn't going so well, is it? Oh, there we go. Right, up we go. Oh. Who loves being nosy in people's lofts? I know I do. Right, let's see what we've got. Ooh, nice and tidy down there, look. Here are all the unboxed things I've got set up. Just to be nosy. Lots of comic boxes down there as well. And there are the things that are boxed and complete, I guess. There's a spare Xbox One, a spare 360. Sorry, a spare PS3. Can you have too many Xbox 360s? What do you reckon? Nope. There's a spare extra on Crosspoint. Right. HDMI cable. You always should have these in organised looks. I've got. Oh, there we go. That'll come out. There we go. HDMI cable. I think I need that one. Took it down there. There we go. That's that little unit done. So PS4 is now plugged in. I hadn't bothered before because I was waiting for all this kit to come. There's a little PSVR sort of mini box, and there's my modded 360. So now I can put, obviously, there's enough space in there for the VR headset to go in, and the Move controllers. Just makes it a bit neater. So now it's to do all the flipping HDMIs and all the plugs, which is still down there. Right, all the power, all the plugs and things are out the way now. There's all the HDMI cables to go into the splitter, which is under there, waiting to get sorted out. PC sorted out. There's the cables from the PC. Another beer, get in. Now watching Spider-Man Strikes Back on VHS. Retro Ram gave me that a long time ago because he's a top lad. Thank you very much, mate. So I've got lots of HDMI stuff to do now under there, and then obviously got to neaten the cables, make the cables into some kind of wiring looms. I've got the things to do that with, to try and make it as neat as I can. Spider-Man's still doing it, so that's everything sort of connected now, and I've just got to neaten cables up behind there. It's a mess, and it will be because there's that many cables going to that HDMI matrix switcher, but I'll just have to do the best I can. And obviously you can see things are still down there, so I'm going to try and coil things up and put them behind the unit as best I can, and then test everything. But we're getting there, and Spider-Man's getting there too. Right, there we go, all finished, all neat and tidy. Right, so there's the iMac on. There's currently the Xbox One on there, and that's the PS4 in Tate mode. Space Moth is a shmup. So let me get my little remote for the... Now what I've had to do with the HDMI matrix is put it to 1080p mode. I don't know why, but when I put it to 4K 60 FPS mode, Xbox was great, everything else was great, but the PS4 it just didn't want to play nicely with it, so I'll put it to 1080 mode for now. So let's swap things around, so let me have a look. So there's obviously the PS1 will now be on the main screen. Obviously it's in Tate mode because it's Space Moth. But now let's put the Xbox 360 on there. There you go. It's dark because I haven't touched the controller for a little while. Now let me think. Number 4 should be... I haven't got anything playing on the OSSC, but you should see the screensaver thing on it. There you go. That's the OSSC working there quite nicely. And that one. Now let's go on to the actual TV remote. So TV remote, let's go to PC mode, there you go. And as you can see, I've actually got the Xbox One going through the capture card straight away on the PC, which is good. So let me try and work this out because I haven't got it written down here, I'm just doing it off memory. So this should switch the PS4 onto the capture card. There you go, there's a PS1 on the capture card now, and if I can switch that on, that should be the OSSC on the capture card, and it has time to think about it. It is doing it, honestly. I press the button. There we go, come on. Are you thinking about it? No, it didn't, it's not, that's not right. Anyway, while that's thinking about it, let's go on the Tate screen so I can put the Xbox One on there. Now, it'll be in the wrong orientation, of course. But you should be able to see it switch over. See, it's obviously in the wrong orientation, but I've got Tate games installed on the Xbox One, so you get the idea anyway. So now we can see up there now is the Xbox 360 coming on the capture card. Now let's see if it likes the OSSC on there. Let's do that one now. There you go. So anyway, finally then, let's just go on the Tate TV now. If I go to the source on that one, if I switch it to PC, there you go. That's now on there. What I can do, I'll try and move my chair in. It's not ideal because I'm too close to the TV, but if I go into minimize that, I can go on to Discord. I hope you can see this okay. Like you see, I'm close to the screen, so let's put Discord on. Yes, I know what that's. So I can drag Discord over there. There you go, and there's Discord on there now, which is pretty cool. Oh, there's our PC screen. So finally, what else have I done? Let's get the TV remote again. I've now obviously got the iMac as a second screen as well, which might be useful when I'm sitting back on the sofa here. And there's the Mac. Second screen. So let me go behind the sofa now so you can see. There you go. So that's all done. Everything neat and tidy as it should be. I need to do a bit of research on why the PS4 Pro in 4K, it doesn't like that the HDMI matrix. It should work, and it keeps flashing. It works sometimes and goes off, but it's not consistent, which is quite frustrating. So I need to do some research on that bad boy. Anyway, there you go. I've now changed the settings on the iMac. I thought it was worth putting this in. So rather than mirroring that screen, it's actually a second proper screen. So it works better now than what it was. I didn't think of that when I first did the video, but now it's much better. There's my big ugly mug on the screen. It's like Inception, this, isn't it? Right, all done. As you see, I've got Demon's Tilt there on the PC in Tate mode. With that bad boy there on the main screen. So I'm really pleased with the results, and they're all little like minor things that most people wouldn't get a lot out of, but I like doing it, and it means the setup now, I can if I want to, I'm going to flip and clout to do it. I can stream with a PC now with all these retro consoles in here, obviously with all the other HD consoles here, and it just makes the setup so much better, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. So HDMI matrix switcher is class. So keep watching for the next Games Room update.